Good afternoon. What a beautiful crisp afternoon in October. We've done plenty of servicing and maintenance videos lately, but haven't really been for a ride anywhere, so I thought the bike's shiny and clean and freshly serviced. Let's get out and have a look around. We'll find a spot to have a chat. Who's making a weird noise? Is it me? I've washed the bike and the brakes are making a funny noise, but it's gone now. Yeah, it's October now, well into autumn. Temperatures have dropped a bit. It's not that cold. Okay, let's talk a little bit about motorcycle maintenance. I so wanted to call my channel Shep and the Art of Motorcycle Maintenance. I still might, but it's just too long to type. You don't type YouTube channel names, do you? You just find them. So, I've always believed it's good to be in charge of the maintenance of your own vehicle, and that might not mean servicing it yourself, but you should know what jobs need to be done and how often. If you just go to the garage and say, oh, I'll have a service please, they'll say, oh, which one do you want, the major service or the... Sorry, I shouldn't do the voice. They'll say, which one do you want, sir or madam, the major service or the minor service? Or the interval service or something. And you're definitely going to get an oil change. You might get an air filter. You're going to get lots of checks. That's important, checking over the car or bike or engine and looking for any problems. But are they going to drain the crankcase breather hose? Are they going to top up that little thing that your vehicle has that most other vehicles don't? You know, if you look through the service schedule on your manual, you see all the little bits and pieces that need doing for your specific vehicle. So if you keep an eye on that, you'll know what's been done and what hasn't. If you look in the owner's manual for this bike, you'll see all the jobs that need doing, and the diagram's a little bit confusing, so I've put it in my own sheet, my own list of things that need to be done at different intervals. There are things that you are supposed to do every single ride, things that you might do every few weeks, things that you might do once a year or every 4,000 miles, and things that you might do at longer intervals like 8,000 or 12,000 miles. And you kind of group them together like that so that you do what you call the service at a 1 year interval, but really you just need to make sure all the things have been done in the right time. So I changed the brake fluid last month and it's 8,500 miles, so I've written that in my little log, my little list that I've got at home, and then I'll just keep an eye on that every now and then, and in 2 years time I'll do it again. Whether or not that's part of the 1 year interval, you know. Let's go through Knowle and see what we find that way. "20 miles an hour. Okay. Decisions. Let's go that way. I can hear the fuzz, the popo, the feds. They're not after me. All right, this is more like it. Hey, I almost forgot to say, thank you for 1,000 subscribers. My God, if that's you, I really appreciate it. Oh, I sound like a proper YouTuber now, don't I? So I'm officially making some pocket money. If you've seen any ads in front of these videos, well, you will have done already, but now 0.1p goes into Rich's pocket every... No, it's just a little bit of fun at the moment. Let's just say it'll keep me in oil and filters, but no more than that. But no, seriously, I'm chuffed. Thanks for watching, and thanks for subscribing if you have. Maybe we'll go down there, Temple Lane. Yeah, what the hell? Never been there. Ooh. It's a hazardous one. This YouTube channel started off years ago as I was just messing around making videos of any old thing I felt like. And then one of the things I felt like was that oil change video on the Jazz, and that got far and away more views than anything else I'd ever made, like tens of thousands. That was amazing. And then when I got the bike, started making a couple of videos about doing bits and pieces, and then it just kind of turned into, let's see if we can get through all the maintenance items that you do on the bike, and a bit about my travels. There's some kind of videos that are definitely going to be a success, aren't there? Like the toolkit one, you know, it's all about the thumbnail. Taking Mr. Beast's advice. Look at all these little roads that nobody goes down. Do we stop there? Yeah. I've still got that music on the brain. Nothing to lose, I feel it in my soul. Let's let the good times roll. Hey, what do you think about music? Like, you know, I thought I was making an entertaining video, kind of fun, fill in a little gap. But some people are really angry about the music. They say, I don't want to listen to the music, I just want to listen to the engine of the bike. If I wanted to listen to music, I'd put my iPod on. Stop it. Oh, okay. I don't know, man. Like, it's my video. I thought it sounded good. Hey, I used to be a photographer, And one of the many photographers that I used to like and follow was Jessica Clare, and she had a vlog. Like, these guys were inventing vlogging, man. This was the first people who were vlogging. Anyway, she had a section called "Shoot the Shit," where she'd just talk about any old thing. Right, that's what this is. Have you got a Kindle? I only just got my first Kindle. I resisted it for the longest time, thinking paper books are better. You can put it on your shelf, you can see it, you can take it with you, batteries don't run down, you can lend it to someone else, you can give it away or sell it, etc., etc., which is all true. But I totally ignored how cool the Kindle is. There are many reasons, right? It's thinner and lighter than one book, but it can hold 1,000 books. You can change the font size if you've forgotten your glasses. It has a backlight, so you don't need to worry about the front light. You can read it anywhere. You can save your place in any number of books. You can search by keyword in books. You can look up words you don't know and add them to your vocabulary. You can highlight things automatically and export them to a PDF. There's so many cool things about Kindle books. I do have a couple of reservations, though, is that if you buy, in inverted commas, a Kindle book, you're really just buying the right to read it. And it's not, you don't own it. It's like, it's always going to be in your Amazon account. You can't export it and use it on some other e-reader or something. So if someday you fall out with Amazon or something, so it's a little bit of a hesitation, but I've just found it's so convenient that I've read so much more than I did before. It would take me ages to get through a book recently because I'm pretty busy. But with the Kindle, I've already read 3 in the last couple of months. What else is going on? Oh yeah, it's budget day and I haven't watched the news yet. So I don't know what's about to happen or has already happened. They're talking about higher taxes. They said this budget's going to put more pounds in your pocket. I don't really understand how that's true if they're charging higher taxes. I suppose it depends whose pocket you're talking about. It's funny though how when a new government gets into power, they can't necessarily do what they thought they were going to do. When Boris Johnson won that election, good grief, little did we know his main job would be fighting a pandemic. That's pretty much all he got to do. Labour is traditionally the left-wing party of higher taxes and higher public spending. But will they get to do that? They're bound to blame everything on the legacy left behind by the Conservatives. The Conservatives are obliged even, to say that Labour is breaking its promises and not staying true to its manifesto. I really like it when they get the physics right in movies. And there's something that winds me up about the Avengers, or Iron Man specifically. You know, Iron Man will fly through the air and then like crash into a building, or the Hulk will throw him into a building or something, and then he sort of shake his head and get back up again. If you ask someone why, they'll say, oh, it's just because the suit is really, really strong. It's made of a special metal that's really, really strong. But it doesn't matter how strong the suit is. That's not the point. The point is that he needs to go from moving very fast to not moving very fast in a short amount of time. So force is equal to the rate of change of momentum. So the faster his head has to come to a stop, the greater the force. And it doesn't matter how strong the suit is. It could be totally indestructible. His head still has to hit the inside of it. Or more specifically, his brain has to hit the inside of his skull and slow down. Now, the only way it could work was if the helmet was really, really big and filled with lots and lots of foam. So that would increase the duration of the force, which reduces his momentum or his kinetic energy, resulting in a lower average force. Other than that, it's all good. This roundabout's a bit of a problem. This is the correct lane to be in for the work. See, he didn't know that, so he's gonna, oh my God, they're all gonna pull across and get in the wrong lane, and half the time they'll beep at me for being in this lane when I'm where I'm supposed to be. Oh my God. Now we can go here. Some might see checking that blind spot even though I'm not moving, because someone very frequently comes across there. It's going to be very helpful for you to know if you visit Solihull and you haven't driven here before. Alright, well, before I inadvertently take you all the way home, we'll wrap up this episode of Shoot the with Shep. And I'll see you around.